one, don't need no break. Hut one, hut two, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it here, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones had it done since the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it quiet.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
They're on 26-yard line.
Play one, and Prescott to the air. Swinging this out for Pollard. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 18.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
49-yard line.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. When going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away. When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. The Eagles called on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hey, 47. Who's on 47?
Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
50.
Smith will come in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready,
3.5 to go, first quarter. And they'll send the slot in motion left. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
In motion left is Watkins. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The man in motion is Brown. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Hurts to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
To throw is Prescott. Touchdown! Michael Gallup from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. He's got room at the 30. Down the sideline he goes. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Eagles nothing.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Hunt will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Takes it to about the 37. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
It's a gain of 37. Complete to Blanco Gallup. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Number 46. Number 46.
Prescott to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Pollard going to try the right side. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
3-yard loss of the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Kill.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it.
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Prescott off play action. Rolling to his left. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Prescott now. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In motion right is Watkins. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half two.
So two words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Smith, the man in motion left. Right back to Sanders on first down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. In motion left is Watkins. On first down, Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
The slot man in motion right. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. In motion right is Robinson. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to go down again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Smith catches left side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith,
45 yards.
And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
24, Cowboys 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
First down, Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Cowboys 49-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins from 21 yards away. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Cowboys 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's Dak.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now Dak.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11th. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
Oh, he bowls, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cowboys 24. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Here we go, here we go.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A give right side now to Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Eagles, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all.